All right, thank you guys. Welcome to my third and final installment video here today for Monday, February 1st. It was great spending all morning with you here today. And if you really end up enjoying this video here, please feel free to give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. And if you're new here and you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please feel free to do that right now as well. I greatly appreciate it. And for those who don't already know, my name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you want to know what all of my picks are for this video right now, you can actually locate them in my quick pick recap at the end of the video. There's actually a link for my quick pick recap in the comment section below. And it's every pick for this video pretty much wrapped up in about 30 seconds. So anyway, guys, we got ourselves kind of a short modified slate of NHL action here today. A couple interesting angles here, so let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to start with the Predators versus the Lightning, 7 p.m. Eastern start time in Tampa. The Tampa Bay Lightning's minus 175, totals 5.5 juice to the over. The Nashville Predators are plus 155 on the money line. And if you like them on the puck line, they're minus 165, catching the goal and a half. Looks like Saros expected between the pipes for Nashville, Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Now, we're 3-0 in our last three daily best plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And if you want to access today's daily best play, it's only going to cost you just $1.99 when you click the link in the description section below. We also have a membership on that site called the Board Member Tier. And that package actually gives you access to every single pick that I give out on that site as well. But if you want to find out what our daily best play is today for just $1.99, once again, link for that pick is in the description section below. And once again, the website is patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Andre Vasilevsky is 4 months straight up in 5 starts this season, 215 goals against, 925 save percentage. Tampa Bay is a perfect 3-0 straight up on their home ice, and they currently lead the NHL in shots on goal. Stamkos, Hedman, and Point each have 7 points apiece. 3 goals for Steven Stamkos, who's currently a +3. The Lightning's allowing just 2.3 goals per contest. They're taking on a Nashville team who's winless in 3 games on the road this season, and they also rank in the bottom 3 defensively in goals allowed on the road. The Preds are averaging just 1.6 goals per contest away from their home ice as well. And when it comes to the total on this one, 2 out of Nashville's last 3 road games got over the posted number. 4 out of Tampa Bay's last 6 got over 5.5 goals themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 and the over 5.5 goals. Now that's actually going to pay you plus 145, laying the goal and a half with Tampa, by the way. But anyway, guys, before we go ahead and move on, why am I so dark? I look pretty dark right now. I don't know. I can't change it. It's not that dark in the room. We got all the lights on. But anyway, before we go ahead and move on here, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Monday's NHL action. Happy Monday to you. Once again, hopefully you had an outstanding weekend. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, I just have to quickly remind you once again that we've won our last 3 straight daily best plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And it's just $1.99 when you click the link in the description section below to access the daily best play. Now, were you also aware that our board member tier gives you access to every single pick I give out on Patreon? And just remember, guys, when you sign up for a membership on that Patreon site, you're going to get access to all the lesser expensive memberships absolutely free. Patreon will bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So today's February 1st. It is your max value day. You're going to get billed today, and then you won't get billed again until March 1st. And for those who are wondering what the difference is between my free picks here on YouTube and my Patreon site, well, what I do on Patreon is I make life a lot easier for you as I break down the daily card and focus in typically on just 4 to 5 premium selections per day. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, I'm having a lot more success betting on games that way in smaller sample sizes versus wagering on every single game on the slate, side and total like I do here with my free leans on YouTube. Now, if you want to join our paid Patreon members and get in on the action yourself, I highly recommend it. I'd love to have you. The link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, moving on, we're going to take a look at the Canucks versus the Canadiens, 7 p.m. Eastern puck drop in Montreal. Now, the Montreal Canadiens are minus 165, total 6 juice to the over. Vancouver's plus 145 to win it, minus 165 to keep it close. Now, it looks like Braden Holtby's slated between the pipes for Vancouver. I know some places have Thatcher Demko listed. I think they're going to give Holtby a shot here tonight. Meanwhile, Carey Price for Montreal. Price is 3-0 in 3 starts for the Canadiens with a .292 goals against. Now, Montreal is in the top 10 defensively in shots allowed, and they give up just 2.7 goals per contest. Tyler Toffoli has 6 goals thus far in the season. He's currently a +6. Meanwhile, defenseman Jeff Petrie has 6 assists and 8 total points himself. Petrie's a +7. They're taking on a Vancouver team who, despite being red hot lately, I get it, they still rank dead last in defensive shots on goal. The Canucks are allowing 36 shots on goal per game. And with that in mind, netminder Braden Holtby, who I think, once again, is going to get the start tonight, he's got a goals against average of .317. So the Canucks are also in the bottom 10 defensively in goals allowed. And when it comes to the total in this one, Vancouver's 3-2 to the over on the road, 7-2 to the over for the year. Meanwhile, Montreal saw just 1 out of their last 5 actually stay under the total of 6 goals themselves. So I'm going to lean toward the Canadiens, minus 165, and the over 6 goals. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Penguins-Rangers, 7 p.m. Eastern start time at MSG. I'll tell you what, Manhattan's getting pounded with snow right now. But anyway, both teams are minus $1.10 right now. Pretty much a coin flip. Number 6.5, juice to the under. The Rangers are minus 275, catching the goal and a half. Penguins plus 225, laying the 1.5 themselves. Tristan Jarry probable for the Pens. Igor Shesterkin projected goaltender for New York. Now the Rangers have lost 5 out of their last 6 games. They're in the bottom 10 in the NHL defensively in goals allowed at home. The Rangers are giving up 31 shots on goal on their home ice. Shesterkin's also had a pretty rough start, just 1-2 in a trio of games here, .894 save percentage. Now they're taking on a Pittsburgh team who hasn't lost to New York in regulation in their last 10 meetings. Now the Pens are in the top 10 defensively in shots on goal, and they're led by Sidney Crosby, who has 4 goals and 4 assists for 8 total points on the season. Now when it comes to the scoring in this one, Pittsburgh's 3-2 to the over on the road, 6-3 to the over for the entire season. Meanwhile, the Rangers saw 8 out of their last 10 meetings with Pittsburgh get over the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Pittsburgh Penguins, minus 110, and the over 6.5. All right, next contest, it is going to be Bruins versus the Caps, 7 p.m. East. The Boston Bruins are minus 145 on the road, totals 5.5 juice to the over. Now, Washington is plus $1.25 on the money line, minus $2 on the puck line. Looks like Vitek Vanacek for the Capitals, Tuukka Rask for the Bruins. The Bruins have lost 3 of 4 on the road this season, and they failed to cash in on the puck line in all 4 of those contests. Now, Boston is averaging just 1.7 goals per contest on the road, and they currently have a goaltender in Tuukka Rask, who's got an .890 save percentage. You almost got to think, maybe this is like kind of a down spiral after he opted out in the middle of a playoff run last year. But anyway, the Caps on the other side of things, they've basically scored a point in all 5 of their home games. They're officially 4-0-1 on their home ice, and they're a very impressive 5-0 cashing in on the puck line at home as well. Now, goalie Vitek Vanacek is a perfect 5-0 in his starts on the season. He's got a .918 save percentage. The Caps are also in the top 3 in scoring, and they're currently led by Nicholas Backstrom, who's got 5 goals and 8 assists for 13 total points. Now, John Carlson's also got 7 assists and 10 total points on the season as well. Only reason why I don't mention Alex Ovechkin, he's been out for a significant period of time with, COVID protocol. But anyway, Washington has taken 8 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Bruins. Now, total-wise, Washington saw 6 out of their last 7 get over the total of 5.5 goals. They're officially 7-2 to the over for the entire year. Meanwhile, 3 out of Boston's last 5 got over the total of 5.5 themselves. Give me the underdog Washington Caps plus $1.25 and the over 5.5. And with that, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. Flames versus the Jets, 8 p.m. Eastern start time. Now, the Calgary Flames are minus $1.25, total 6, juice to the under. Winnipeg's plus 105 to win it, minus 240 on the puck line. Connor Hellebuyck maybe for the Jets. Jacob Markstrom probable for the Flames. Now, Calgary's lost 3 out of their last 4. Bottom 10 in offensive shots on goal on the road. The Flames have also failed to cash in on the puck line in 2 out of their last 3 road games. They're taking on a Winnipeg squad who's won 4 out of their last 6 themselves. And they're led defensively by Connor Hellebuyck, who's got a .267 goals against and a .910 save percentage. Now, Hellebuck's 4-2 in 6 starts this season as well. Winnipeg's in the top 10 in scoring, top 10 in home shots on goal. Nikolai Ehlers has 5 goals and 11 total points. He's currently a +8. Meanwhile, center Mark Scheifele leads the club in assists with 7 of them. Scheifele has 10 total points on the season himself. And when it comes to the number in this one, what am I saying here? 3 out of Winnipeg's last 4 got over the total of 6 goals. They're officially 4-1 of the over on their home ice. Meanwhile, 2 out of Calgary's last 3 road games got over the number themselves. Give me the underdog Winnipeg Jets plus 105 and the over 6 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap, once again brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are 3-0 in our last 3 daily best plays on that website, 9-3 straight up in our last 12. I like the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 over 5.5 goals. I like the Canadiens minus 165 over 6. I'm leaning toward the Penguins minus $1.10 over 6.5. I also like the Capitals plus $1.25 over 5.5 goals. And before I give you our next and final matchup for the show, one final reminder that you can access today's daily best play on Patreon for just $1.99 by clicking the link in the description section below. Please feel free to smash the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video. You can also subscribe right now if you haven't done so already. Give me the Winnipeg Jets plus 105 and the over 6 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our shout-out portion of the show, our top 10 YouTube commenters over the past couple of days. Shout out to Worth More Investing, Vernon Williard, Kevin E. Tandu, Sports Gambling Daily, Chad Moore, Bryant Dela Cruz, Tyler Harris, Jack Tams, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to mi buen amigo Mexicles 31 Tapia. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Real quick, if you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind that we bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. Also keep in mind that if you sign up for a package today, all the cheaper memberships that I have on Patreon are included with your purchase. So, for example, if you get the $4.99 package, all the cheaper memberships are included with your purchase. So you're going to be able to access all that content in those lesser expensive tiers. Also, real quick, a lot of folks ask me, why would I use Patreon? Well, there's a bunch of different reasons why people use Patreon. Some guys sign up and they take all my picks and bet them. Some guys take a few picks and bet them. Other folks, they get on there and they compare their picks to mine. And then other folks get on there and they fade all my picks. And that's fine. You paid to be there. I don't care. But the most common thing that people do is they get that board member package that I was talking about, which gives you every pick that I give on a daily basis on that site. And basically, I send out 4 to 5 picks a day, and they just parlay them all. They do like a 4 to 5 leg parlay. That's like the most popular way to use them. So I don't recommend that. I'm not a big parlay guy, but it is what it is. And one more reminder that I said earlier, we bill you. Patreon bills you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. Well, it's February 1st, so this is your max value day. So if you sign up for a membership today, you're going to get billed today, and then you're not going to get billed again until March 1st. So, anyway, guys, most importantly, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.